step into the pelvis a little more specifically. So we know that we've got, I'm going to be up here dancing for you. I might as well have a dance partner. Oh. And I'm going to take his arm off so that we can actually just see his.
Good for Halloween.
I have 263 too. 263? Oh, okay.
Okay. So you've got the picture on the screen. We'll try to correlate everything with everything. So this is your iliac crest. Okay, so when you put your hands on your hips, that's what you feel. Is your iliac crest. Okay, so this interior part here is called the iliac fossa. And there's an iliac tuberosity. Let's see. Okay, let me, I turned in the wrong way, I guess, because I need them to be this way. So it's the same? Yeah. I'll just de-arm him both sides.
So did you tag your book?
No. We're not today.
Okay, so he's in the same plane. Okay, so iliac crest, iliac fossa, iliac tuberosity. So, so here is your posterior superior iliac spine. Okay, so you can see that here. Posterior superior iliac spine, posterior inferior iliac spine. So it's if we look at this, it's here and here. Okay? Superior, inferior. So basically, if you put your hands on your hips and just bring your thumbs around to the back, okay, the PSIS, posterior superior iliac spine. Some people will have like a little dimple back here. That's what that is.
The posterior?
Posterior superior iliac spine. Okay, as we're coming down, here's our greater sciatic notch. Okay, you've heard of the sciatic nerve. You've heard of people having sciatica. This is the notch where that sciatic nerve comes off of the spine and out through here. Okay, and that sciatic nerve is about that big. I mean, it's not microscopic. It's a big booger.
That's why when you have problems with it, you have problems.
And that's why when you have problems with it, well, because it serves the most of the lower extremity. Here we have the ischial body. The ischial tuberosity is your sits bones. Okay, these little bones at the bottom of your pelvis. That's what you really are supposed to be sitting on to be sitting solid. Okay. So notice as you're going through your weekend and as you're doing your sitting wherever it is that you sit. Notice whether you're sitting on your sits bones or not. Or are you sitting on your sacrum? The majority of us sit on our sacrum. We squinch down and we sit on our sacrum, particularly if we're not like that. If we're height challenged.
I'm height challenged.
Watch that.
I am one. I can talk about it. I represent that remark. No, well, if you think about it, though, if you're vertically challenged, most chairs are made for a mid-range, so like between 5'5" and 5'8". So if you're shorter than that, and the trend in furniture right now is that the seat is very, very, very deep. It's too deep for most humans. And so, most of us are not gonna pull up to the edge of the sofa and sit like this without any back support. What are you gonna do? You're gonna do this. Okay. So at this point, if I'm like this, I'm actually more sitting on my sacrum than my ischial tuberosity. Okay. This is better. Okay. The other thing is when you've got, I'll get you in a minute. The other thing is when you've got conference room chairs that are made to stack, they try to sell it as an ergonomic feature that the back has about a 10-degree recline. I don't buy it. It's to keep them from falling over when you stack them. And so what happens is, look at this. I'm sitting on my ischial tuberosities here. Can you see the difference?
Right.
And then this makes me lean back. When I lean back, what happens to my head?
Mhm.
Okay. So start to think about how your pelvis affects your posture and where you're sitting on your pelvis as you're moving through your day. Okay, this is our obturator foramen. This hole is called the obturator foramen. And as we start to study the hip rotators, you've got obturator internus, obturator externus. That's part of what that's about. So then we come around the front. So we're coming into the pubis, and here's the pubic symphysis here. Okay, the pubic ramus and the pubic symphysis. Part of the reason that we've got these cartilaginous joints in various places, part of it is so that women can, those ligaments and cartilages relax to allow for the birth process. Okay, but you also need just a tiny bit of push, a tiny bit of movement to deal with that force that you put on that area each and every time you take a step. Tim, did you have a question?
Yeah, this is just something when you're talking along the lines of